We think that this is probably going to be the next great farm, not just in Panama.
Hello， 大家好，我是咖啡恋人饭店。
Hello， 大家好，我是孙磊。
Yes, hello everyone again. We are now at Iris Estate. This is our newest farm, and we're standing right around 1,900 meters. This is a brand new farm that I started in 2017 with Sasha Sestic.
刚刚庄园主说到了，这个庄园其实是一个相对来说比较新的庄园。那我们刚刚进来的时候看到这个庄园真的很漂亮，是有点像世外桃源、童话故事里面的这种感觉。你可以看到这边的这个山，目光所及都是属于 Iris 庄园的。那接下来我们一起来走一走，也顺便呢，针对我们看到的一些问题呢，问一下庄园主。
Yes, let's go for a walk.
Let's go. For Jamison, we are more familiar with Deborah, but for Iris, relatively new. So we like to know like the difference, the terroir between those two farms and how it influenced the cup profile.
Absolutely. With Finca Deborah, we made a lot of mistakes. Finca Deborah was our first farm. Finca Deborah has a beautiful terroir, 1,900 meters to 2,000 meters. This farm actually starts at 1,850 and goes to 2,300 meters. When I start a farm, I always start with raw material. I always start with virgin land. I never buy farms, I create farms. And usually in areas that are very difficult to get to, as you now know, in areas that aren't necessarily risky, but there is some element to it. So when we first arrived here and walked this area, I knew almost immediately that I wanted to do a farm here. I could tell by the indigenous trees, by the cover crop, and by the sheer beauty of this place that this was something that I really wanted to do. We have beautiful soils that are uncontaminated with pesticides or herbicides. We have these beautiful indigenous shade trees. So when we talk about direction to the sun, it's very important. We like to have an eastern exposure for the most part, but also rainfall, humidity, and general microclimate conditions. So we have all of those variables here at Iris Estate. And the coffees, as you can see behind us, are very, very happy here. Cup quality typically is between 92. When we're talking about processing, like we discussed, everything that we've learned from Finca Deborah, from Morgan Estate, from Don Eduardo Estate, we have incorporated all those processing techniques here at Iris Estate. Everything that we've done for Savage coffees, we've done here at Iris Estate. And we will harvest coffee here at Iris all the way through June. And we're one of the highest farms in all of Latin and South America, and very well could be the highest farm at the highest peak, which is right around 2,300 meters.
So like 2,300 is around that range?
It's over on this side. In fact, yeah, we would have to hike for probably close to an hour and 20 minutes to get to those elevations. And it's a pretty serious hike because I mean, we're already at 1,850 here. When you start getting into the 2,000 meter range, it's challenging.
Yeah, I can imagine.
But it's worth it. Let's go for a walk. Let's walk through the farm. We planted originally in 2017, so that means we're going on 8 years. You know, when you start a coffee farm, you hope for the best, but the reality is you never know what you're going to get. You never know what the cup quality is going to be till you taste it. You really never know how the trees are going to react until after you put them in the ground and you've prepared the land and you've got significant investment. And then you have to wait. And in our case, we had to wait 7 years to really taste the coffee. We're very happy with cup quality. We're very happy with how the trees have acclimated, and we're actually cash flow positive now after 7 years. So now, as we have greater and greater productions, we're very happy with what we see. But let's try some flowers.
它相比较不一样啊，而且你能感觉到这个质地的厚度好像跟那边是不一样啊。
It's less intense, isn't it?
Yeah.
I think. Less jasmine, but has a very nice flavor to it. So let's compare. You know, when the harvesters are coming through, most of us would think, well, that looks ripe, when in fact it isn't. And here's why. Because on the back side of the cherry, you have yellow, some green, compared to this cherry, which is very close to being ready. So we want to make sure that the cherries, all of them, look like this.
So like how many times usually do the pickers they come to one area to pick?
They'll pass by a tree anywhere between 5 to as many as 8 times. Everything is labor intensive. It's all hand done, everything. We don't use machines for anything except for milling the coffee. Yeah. We're protected here in the valley, this beautiful valley. So you don't get a whole lot of wind here. But we still, for photosynthesis reasons, disease reasons, because during the summer season, when there's a lot of humidity, very high humidity, if the trees are rusting upon each other, you can get a fungus.
For example, this is like a valley.
Yeah.
So less windy.
Less windy.
And what other microclimate you got in this area?
It rains probably close to 2,500 to 2,600 millimeters per year here, which is still considered very dry.
Oh.
Boquete, for example, is 3,500 to 4,000 millimeters per year. Wind that comes down this part of the valley, but this area particularly, we hardly have any wind through here. As you can see, it's like a bowl. It's very protected in here.
The other side also, it's Iris.
Yes.
I guess the other side, they have a different microclimate.
Different microclimate, yes, and directly eastern facing. So the coffees there are very, very sweet. They ripen up earlier. Different microclimates. On this farm, we have 3 different microclimates. Although it's larger than Deborah, we only have 3 different microclimates.
How many hectares of Iris?
It's roughly 50 hectares, but you have to understand that some of the territory is unplantable. So for example, up here, although this is part of the 50 hectares, there's really no coffee as you get to the top. It's so vertical, and plus the soil conditions are poor. In reality, planted around 35. And still, that's a significant number. We have really high expectations for Iris. So the problem with geisha, the variety, is that the root system is very shallow.
Yes.
So when it has a lot of cherry in it, I mean, it doesn't look like it, but it probably has 100 pounds, 50, 60 kilos of wet cherry. It's going to be really heavy. So it fell over. Hopefully we can save that tree.
So this is a variety from Honduras.
Yes.
There's some spicy in the taste.
Like any farm, if you're going to plant something new and different, you never know what the reaction is going to be from the variety. I'm sure the soil conditions are fine. And I think it has a lot to do with the temperature. So this variety, it's just not meeting our expectations. But we'll give it another year, see what happens.
Give you guys one more chance.
Get it together. Start producing. Yeah, it's your last warning. When I bought this farm, or the land, back in 2017, this tree had just been struck by lightning. And now it's starting to recover. Yeah, it's starting to, right, Harold? This tree is really starting to recover. It's a beautiful tree. It's a Ceniza, so it's a hard redwood.
Yes. 现在呢，就是我们在庄园里面，今天早上、下午采摘的咖啡樱桃呢，都会装到庄园主的车上，就由他把它搬下山，然后带到波奎特的处理厂去进行进一步的处理和干燥。所以呢，我们也算是一定程度上今天参与到这一批咖啡樱桃的处理了。那他们衡量呢，就是用这个桶，他们称之为 lata。然后一桶一桶来计算，这一桶好像大概是5加仑体积，然后呢，他们就会根据这个来衡量他们每天的这个工作采摘的量是多少。当然，除了这个数量，也要看这个质量是不是符合要求。你的这个
刚才
你可以扛得起来吗？我们看一下可以坚持多久啊？我们慢慢聊一下
今天的工作成果。
我们采访一下孙雷老师，这些咖啡樱桃采摘了多久呢？
我们共同采摘的。
我们故事都编不下去了。
刚才就是看到这一筐，但真的好多。我刚才看到刚才杰米森给我们介绍了很多关于咖啡采摘的特点嘛。
对，
其实我们看到这一筐里面100%是没有绿果，因为都是手工采摘。鲜果的部分里面不能泛绿。真的，我随机挑了几个，真的都是红的，就证明他们采摘的精细度和难度还是蛮大的。是，而且他们采摘的时候很明显，一定是这样侧着掰过来，为了不伤害它那个根茎的部分。对。
所以这一筐要不要拿去做定制批次呢？孙雷老师？
就这么定了。来看看后面还有几筐。
Finally, it's great to be here.
Yes.
This kind of production.
Yeah.
Finally, after 7 years.
Well,
It's wonderful. It's actually more.
it's a reward for your passion.
Yeah.
Passion and the patience.
7-8 years hard work. My God.
We think that this is probably going to be the next great farm, not just in Panama. It's going to be a special, great coffee.
那我们今天在Iris庄园的行程告一段落了。
看到这么 原始的种植状态，其实很有感触，觉得好咖啡所谓的 origin 溯源，今天算是有一个更深刻的体会。
其实对于我而言，我觉得第一就是这个庄园真的非常非常的漂亮，即便去了很多个庄园，今天来到 Iris 的时候，还是会觉得哇，真的太美了，非常震撼。还有一点就是，其实庄园主对这个品控的要求非常的高，
对对对，
你可以从他对采摘咖啡樱桃的这一些细节，对每一棵树的状态的非常严格的观察和把控都看得出来。Jamie, thank you for having us. We had a great time here on Iris. Do you have anything you want to share with our?
Of course. This is a real special time for us because we've waited so long to share this farm with you. So Iris Estate, I hope you enjoyed your time here. We can't wait to share Iris Estate with all of you in China. Thank you for being with us.
谢谢大家，拜拜，
拜拜。
Ciao.
ciao。